So, ladies and gentlemen, L'Oréal Paris, over the last 5 decades, has played a very critical role in the beauty market. We all know that. There's hardly probably a woman in this room who has not used a L'Oréal Paris product in their lifetime. And these products are not just products, but they aid the self-esteem, the confidence, a sense of fulfillment, a sense of confidence in a woman's life. Yes, we're all here to celebrate pink and life in pink, and of course launch the exquisite La Vie en Rose signature collection by L'Oréal Paris. I will not say much, I'll keep it short. To do the further talking, I'd like to call upon Raghjit Garg, the General Manager, L'Oréal Paris. Raghjit, can we have you on stage to make it more pink for us? Ladies and gentlemen, Raghjit Garg, can we have a huge round of applause? The young, dynamic Raghjit Garg.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this very special launch of La Vie en Rose. L'Oréal Paris, a global beauty brand that is known to create innovative products across the world, which is relevant for women across the world, and stands for one common thing: because we are worth it. A brand that has stand for empowering women and that embraces one's individuality. At L'Oréal Paris, we believe that it's a constant endeavor in India to provide innovative products that are relevant for Indian modern women, which also adds happiness to her life. La Vie en Rose is no different. It means life in pink. Pink as a color is not only classy, but also exudes confidence and has an energizing effect. With the launch of this collection, we want to pay a tribute to the sophistication and elegance of this modern Indian woman. We want to celebrate her being in love, her life in pink. The collection boasts of 12 delicate shades of pink, which are made of 7 moist matte and 5 extraordinaire. All of these collections are signed specially by global women icons, which also happen to be the celebrities and brand ambassadors for L'Oréal Paris, and hence makes it exclusive. Adding an extra glamour to this range, this year, we also launched 4 beautiful La Verney nail paints, which are again being endorsed by our 4 Indian ambassadors: Katrina Kaif, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, Sonam Kapoor, and Freida Pinto. So without further ado, let me request all of you to please look at the screen here, and we would play right now the celebration of La Vie en Rose in a collection form for you. I would now like to invite on the stage the woman who's just like the song La Vie en Rose, a classic beauty. She's someone who every woman aspires to be. She's intelligent, sensitive, and self-made. Through a body of work and personal style, she personifies the glamour and elegance of L'Oréal Paris as a brand, and has been representing L'Oréal Paris for over 2 years now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Katrina Kaif.
Rajit, now I'd like to request you to aid Katrina's autograph, her signature pink shade. Can we make sure this mic is working? Yes. Katrina, I'm going to... Okay, moving on. Yeah, while we continue posing, I'm going to ask you, what's the take on the afternoon? Come on, share your thoughts.
What's the take?
What's the take on this lovely afternoon? Pink, come on, share your thoughts with us, Katrina.
Well, first of all, good afternoon to everyone. Dada, thank you. First of all, a very good afternoon to everyone. Thank you so much for coming. It's a big honor, it's a great honor for me to be here today celebrating with you all the launch of La Vie en Rose, which is a celebration of women, of excellence. And of course, it's also the launch of a very, very special collection of beautiful pink lipsticks. I believe there are 12 shades in total. Of course, my favorite is my own personal lipstick, which you just saw me sign there, which is called Delicate Pink. And I think in keeping with, as most of you have seen me over the years, I'm always more comfortable with something a little subtle, not too loud, not too overpowering. So I think for me, this was just the perfect shade. And when I saw it, I fell in love with it. And I think also beyond that, I think it's been, I think every woman dreams of having a lipstick named after her. And of course, made by L'Oreal, the biggest and most wonderful beauty brand in the world. So it's a very, very special day. And I'm very happy to be here.
Perfect. Bravo.
All right. Can I ask you a silly question to begin with?
Silly? Can ask me a romantic question.
All right. Okay, that puts me in a spot. I know how you feel. How do you manage to look pretty every time, Katrina?
Well, I have, of course, excellent help from the L'Oreal Paris team and their makeup artists and their hairstylists. Yeah, I think as an actress, of course, it's part of your job to, follow the trends and, see, constantly innovate and experiment with your look, with your style, whether it's, with your hairstyle or your makeup trends. The one thing I have always believed, though, is just maintaining your own personality and individuality, and that's something which I think L'Oreal Paris has always, for me, really respected the individuality of all of their brand ambassadors. If you see in the film, the ad film which we just showed, you see so many amazing, talented, beautiful actresses who I had the privilege of shooting with. And each one and every woman is so unique, and I think that's something which L'Oreal Paris really celebrates.
How was your experience shooting the first collection exclusive range with L'Oreal Paris and the Dream Team?
It was a wonderful experience. We actually shot this film, which you see in Cannes, and it was a very nerve-wracking experience to be there with so many people. It was my first time on such a huge platform like Cannes, and I actually had the privilege of shooting with I think I can say two of my favorite actresses, Julianne Moore and Naomi Watts. So we were shooting together. And I'm a fan of theirs, and I was just kind of smiling at them and looking at everyone was so sweet and so warm, and I think there was just a lovely atmosphere in the shoot, it was just wonderful to be part of this L'Oreal Paris family.
Okay. Am I allowed a philosophical and intelligent question now?
Sure, I love those. Why not?
What does the phrase "because you're worth it" mean to you?
That's a good one.
Because you're worth it has many meanings to me, but I think one of them, this is actually something I was thinking about this morning. I think it's trying to teach or trying to encourage women, I should say, to celebrate themselves and to celebrate the love and the respect that we should give ourselves and not look for that from other people, or we should not measure, we should not measure how loved we feel by what other people give us. I think it's about celebrating womanhood, celebrating your own identity, and empowering yourself and believing in yourself as a woman first.
Awesome. Well done. Okay, here's the frivolous.
Okay, this is the frivolous question
This
now.
is the frivolous
Okay.
question. You know, pink is a very important part of my beauty kit. Is it important about?
Pink is a very wow.
Well, pink was also Superman's favorite color.
I agree. I can see you have a nice little pink.
Thank you. If you'd like to
handkerchief
take
there.
a picture of that, please, a pink pocket square. But how important is pink in your beauty kit?
Pink is very important to me, and I think what's special about this range, very honestly, is for our skin tone. For most, I think pretty much all of us have olive undertones of our skin. All Indian women have a certain color to their skin, and every woman's color has to be. You kind of have to match. Especially pink is a color which has to match your own skin tone. So some people, like I have some friends of mine who will love to put on a hot pink lipstick, whereas me, I'll always prefer a more delicate pink, as the name of my personal lipstick suggests. And there are some people who look beautiful every time they put on, say a red lipstick. So it's really an individual choice. And this line, I think, is especially created for Indian women, for our skin tones, to really complement it as opposed to be something that's difficult to wear. They're all shades of pink, which are very, very wearable in everyday life.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I think you're very interested in the wearable pink shades for everyday life.
Absolutely. I'm all pink right now. Now I'll go back to admiring Katrina from here, and I'll leave the asking questions part to our lovely members of the press here. I request you to, if there are any personal questions, please ask me. I love answering personal questions. But when it comes to Katrina, we'll request you to keep it to the brand. So can we have a mic floating? There, we have a lovely. So just raise your hands, take the mic, and go for a question. Yeah. Ma'am, introduce yourself before you give your question.
Hi, I'm Shoma Ghosh from Grey Shobha magazine. मेरा प्रश्न कैटरीना आपसे ये है कि पिंक तो आप पसंद करते हैं, लेकिन लॉरियल के और कौन से प्रोडक्ट आपको बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं मेकअप किट में रखने के लिए, लिपस्टिक को, मतलब ये पिंक लिपस्टिक को छोड़कर?
Sorry, can someone just tell
What are the products?
L'Oreal के कौन से प्रोडक्ट आपको लिपस्टिक के सिवा और अच्छे लगते हैं?
Other products of L'Oreal that you really like?
Everything. In fact, the other thing I really, really like, which I think I don't know if you've seen, is the kajal pencil. For me, it's if you've ran out of time and you need a quick fix, a quick beauty fix, or you're late for a meeting and you're running out the door, I always just think, a quick sweep of kajal and just a slick of lipstick, and you can kind of get away with it.
That's sweet. Where's the mic now? Put your hand up. We'll make sure the mic reaches you. We have a very efficient courier system this afternoon.
Hello, I am Mansi Joshi from Lok Satta. What kind of makeup you prefer the most?
Can you repeat the question? Did you hear that? Can you repeat the question once, please?
What kind of makeup you prefer the most?
For me, I think the makeup essentials that I always have in my bag is one, a lip color, so whether it's a lipstick or a lip gloss, and as I said earlier, a kajal pencil. And usually because our climate is most of the time very humid, I find having a powder compact is always just, a safe thing to have in your handbag.
The two cosmetic things you can't live without?
I think so. Now that I have my own signature lipstick, I would choose my own signature lipstick called Delicate Pink. That's the color. I would definitely choose that. And as I said earlier, I think just a kajal pencil. And you're always safe.
Do we have a next question?
Hi, Katrina. Abhishek here from Fame. I would want to know from you that how, besides working on this film, did you also have any kind of personal conversation with Naomi Watts and Julianne Moore? Obviously you were starstruck, but what else?
Yeah, they were very, I think I got a chance to chat a bit with Julianne Moore, and she was extremely gracious and extremely sweet. And every time you meet people like this who have achieved so much and are such icons, for me personally, I'm always struck by how down to earth they are. And I just think that's one trait which remains consistent with really, really successful people is no matter what they may have achieved or who they are, they remain so down to earth and so passionate about work. I remember we were having a small chat about films. And what struck me was just how, after so many years, you could see how excited she was when speaking about her movies.
Did you sell any of your films to her? Like, did you plug in any of your films as well?
I didn't. I was getting there. I think I was trying to take more information and take more knowledge than give my own.
If it was one of your films that you would ask all of them to watch, the team that you shot with, which one that would be?
Zindagi na milegi dobara?
Question milega dobara?
Katrina, last time for L'Oreal...
Please introduce yourself and
this is
hold the mic closer to you.
Onkar here from Dainik Bhaskar. Last time you had red-colored range of lipsticks. This time you've come up with pink. How did that happen? Like red to pink, the switch.
Red to pink. Well, I think every woman likes to experiment with makeup. Every woman likes to... it's a fun thing to do. I think you would get bored if you had to do the same thing every day. And when I actually first heard of this concept, I was personally very happy because pink is, for me, the more wearable color and the color which I personally would choose. So it was kind of just something I was very excited about, and the fact that it is my own personal shade. And of course, we had a discussion. I was able to be involved in it. And so when hopefully a woman goes into the store and you know that they're connecting to something they've seen on you, I think that's a really big compliment, and I hope that this line does really well.
In the meantime, Raghjit, I have a question for you before we get the next question from the media. Katrina's been working with L'Oreal for the past 2 years. How is it working with Katrina? As in, Katrina's image is that she's this touch-me-not beauty queen, at least from where I stay.
Well,
how is it working with Katrina on L'Oreal?
Sure. Well, I think it's been a beautiful relationship with Katrina. Katrina has been with us now for over 2 years. And I think we worked on various campaigns, various categories, and it's just fabulous to work with her. She's also one of the brand ambassadors who really embodies the values of L'Oréal Paris very well. So we're very happy to have Katrina with us.
You let us know a secret or something that you would know we wouldn't.
I can tell you a secret.
Okay, you can tell us a secret about
when we greet
Raghjit?
each other in the morning, we do touch, we shake hands like that,
Oh,
or we
thank
give
God.
each other a nice warm hug.
So much more human now, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we have a question now?
Hi Katrina. So last year was your first year at Cannes, and could you tell us a little about your experience at the Cannes Film Festival?
Yes, so I can tell you firstly and most importantly, it was the most nerve-wracking experience of my life because I was so excited to go there, and then when I finally reached, you realize the magnitude of the stage you're on and the magnitude of the platform. And representing L'Oreal, it's an iconic brand for me. It was my first time there. And fashion for me is something which I enjoy, as any woman does, and have fun with, but it's not necessarily my strongest area of expertise. So when I got there, I realized how nervous I really was. It was kind of about understanding.
We just lost Katrina's mic. This is not allowed, guys. Come on.
To be happy.
Yeah.
That's what.
Sorry, can you hear now? Better? So, so when I got there, it was really first about learning and understanding how everything works, what is the process like, meeting all these incredible other brand ambassadors from L'Oreal. I think I mentioned before, I had the experience of meeting Jane Fonda, who's been a big personal icon of mine while growing up. I've been a big fan of hers. So there were so many wonderful people that I got a chance to meet. Eva Longoria, who I'd gone at that time with red hair to Cannes. So she was asking me, is that really your hair? And everyone was just so sweet and so friendly. So really, I think I was just really taken in by the whole experience of meeting all these wonderful people. And then walking the red carpet, the first time, the environment there, they're playing music. So it's almost, it creates this whole ambiance. And when you're there, you just have to let go of the nerves, and you just have to say, okay, this is my moment, and I'm going to enjoy it. And now that that last year I have all the kind of, I have the experience of it, I think the next time I go, I'll be far more relaxed, and I'll be able to enjoy it more.
Hi, Katrina. Yeah, Ali from Movie Talkers. My question is, do you remember which age you make up yourself?
I can't hear you.
Do you remember like what was the age when you first time make up yourself? Do you remember?
How old were you? Do you
How
remember when
old
you wore
were you?
Miss Lipstick,
You know,
makeup for the first time?
Yes. I think really once I started working, and I've started my career around what the time I was, you could say between 17, 18. So I think that's the time. I actually today one of the makeup artists who works with me a lot, Subhash Vagal, he was one of the first people who kind of, I learned a lot about makeup through him, and today we're still working together here for L'Oreal. So that's, that journey has kind of, has been a really lovely one together.
Hi Katrina, this is Urvi here from Pink Villa. Katrina,
Pink Villa.
is it your favorite given that you are
It's everybody's
pink?
favorite Pink Villa. It's such a fun sight. You get to see what everyone's doing.
Katrina, my question is, apart from the Hollywood biggies in this film, you were also with, you also shot with Aishwarya and Sonam. So how was that experience of, with them?
It's I really have to, congratulate or, commend everybody in the team of L'Oreal India, because it's not something a lot of people would have come up with, the concept. I don't know whether you've had the chance to see our campaign we've done together for hair care recently, Aishwarya, Sonam and me. So that was just it's a very bold concept. Most people, everyone kind of stays in their own categories and does their own work separately. And I think that it's really wonderful, because that really is the message of what L'Oreal is about. It's about uniting women and empowering them together and celebrating every woman's own uniqueness and diversity. And if every woman is unique and diverse in their own way, then no one woman can ever pose a threat to another, which means that, there is no, you'll always be happy and have no problem working with anyone else. So I think that's really what we tried to do with the ad, and I think everyone comes across beautifully, and everyone is given their own identity is kept intact, and so I think that for me was something really nice to see happen, and I hope we get a chance to do a lot more things together in that way. I've been saying this for a while. I really think someone should do a Hindi version of Charlie's Angels. So, the three of us, I think that's a great cast. I'll recommend it around to some producers and see if I can get that happening.
You can plug me in for Charlie's role.
Oh yeah, there is one role there actually, isn't there?
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
Any more questions from the media?
So, while the next question comes in, Katrina, you went to Cannes with L'Oreal for the first time. You met so many people who had so much to do with beauty. Does your perspective on beauty and the way we look at it change after going into that atmosphere? Or what have you come back with?
If you ask me honestly, one thing that I took back away from the whole experience at Cannes, and it being, technically a stage the largest stage in the world to showcase fashion and beauty and glamour, is that the entire L'Oréal Paris team that were there supporting all the ambassadors and sending them out on the red carpet, there was never any overdue importance given to your hair or to your makeup, or you were not being chased around being encouraged to look perfect. You were being encouraged to be comfortable and be yourself. And whether it was the hair team, the best hair experts in the world, or the makeup team, they were just constantly trying to, calm your nerves, encourage you to feel and be yourself, not to look picture perfect at every moment. Because I think at the end of the day, beauty is only going to get you so far. After that, it's personality, and it's your personality as a woman.
Whose personalities you were most charmed by when you went to Cannes with L'Oréal?
Now that's asking me to pick favorites, and that's not fair. But as I said, I mean, I really, really enjoyed, I thoroughly enjoyed the interactions that I had with Julianne Moore and with Jane Fonda, because these are personal, these are icons for me, and these are personal favorites of mine.
Great, great. Do you have another question?
Yeah, Katrina.
Yeah, fantastic.
Katrina, Puneet from E24. रोज हम लोग न्यूज़पेपर में एक आर्टिकल पढ़ रहे हैं रोज आपको लेकर, है क्या वो क्लियर नहीं हो पा रहा है किसी को, मतलब सब जानना चाहते हैं.
So this is like the most smart question of the afternoon, isn't it?
हम लोग रोज न्यूज़पेपर में एक आर्टिकल पढ़ते हैं आपको लेकर, एक न्यूज़ होती है, चाहे वो घर को लेकर हो, चाहे रिलेशनशिप को लेकर हो. आखिर है क्या, क्योंकि ये प्लेटफॉर्म ऐसा है कि जहाँ पर आपसे पूछ सकते हैं, पढ़ते हैं वो चीज़ें सही हैं कि नहीं है.
As an actor, I think stories and articles, I mean, that goes hand in hand with your job. You, as an actor, you are in the public eye, and being in the public eye, you are going to be written about in the media. And that's something you have to, I came to terms with that very, very earlier on in my career. I understood that an actor's relationship with the media goes hand in hand. We need each other, we work together. The media also helps us get the message of our work across to our audience. And you just have to accept this as part and parcel of your job, and take the kind of unpleasant take the good with the bad, as you say. You just have to take it all in your stride.
लेकिन जो वो आर्टिकल आ रहा है वो सही है कि नहीं है, जो न्यूज़ आ रही है आपकी रिलेशनशिप को लेकर?
I will answer that question for you later.
But today, I'd just like to say one thing. L'Oréal and the phrase, because you're worth it, and that's what we're here today celebrating about womanhood. And since I am here today in the capacity of my work as a professional, I think it'd be wonderful if we can always remember that, and we can respect that today I am here in the capacity of my work. And as a woman, and as I'm sure you'd agree with me, we should always try and give women the utmost respect in their place of work.
Well said. Well
Katrina?
said.
Yeah.
Katrina?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Joyita.
अभी आप बिग
Joyita
बॉस
sleeping.
के हाउस में गए थे, तो उसका कुछ एक्सपीरियंस, how was your experience
Joyita.
going Big Boss house?
Sorry, yes, go ahead.
अभी आप बिग बॉस के हाउस में गए थे, तो आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा?
Very wonderful. I think that, TV is one of the largest platforms right now. And in fact, I was actually, after the experience there and just, again, being on the sets of a TV show, it kind of brought to my mind that, it is something that I've started thinking I would myself like to try. I don't know in what capacity, whether as a judge or as a talk show or whatever, I don't know in which capacity exactly. But I think TV as a platform is becoming really, really interesting. And it's something that my mind has now started thinking towards, maybe it's something interesting I would like to try.
All right, we'll just have the last question now.
Katrina?
No, sorry, can we just have the last question then, and then we'll need to close it?
Hi, I'm a big fan of John Legend, and he covered the song. So, wanted to know how was it to shoot with him, and how was the experience with John Legend?
Yeah, I was really excited when I got the email from L'Oréal saying that John Legend is going to be a part of this campaign. So I was like, okay, wow, that's unusual. I didn't expect that. And La Vie en Rose is such a beautiful song. And I think John Legend, from whatever little I know of him or whatever he seems to be, he really seems to be a wonderful person and very, very kind, very charming, very gracious. There's many things about him and the way he lives his life which I admire as well. So I think it was really lovely to get a chance to work with them, to see everybody, and a really fun idea that I think the L'Oreal team came up with to have him sing this song.
Great. With that, shall we close the questions, this round of questions for now? Ladies and gentlemen, I request you to continue with the proceedings. There's some snacks and all. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Ragji. Can we have a round of applause while we're clicking pictures of Katrina as well?